Welcome to Headphone News, Greater Toronto edition for Monday, December 2, 2024.
Celebrating local literature in Stratford. In Stratford, Ontario, local author Carla Coles is excited to mark a significant achievement, her 10th book in just 10 years. Drawing inspiration from the city's stunning buildings, its flowing river, and the lively community, Carla uses her poetry readings to create a feeling of belonging. Stratford is famous for its cultural importance, especially with the renowned Stratford Festival that showcases the arts. This new book release shines a light on the value of local literature and how it shapes our cultural identity. The strong support from the community for authors like Carla Coles is essential in enriching Stratford's vibrant literary scene.
Canadian banks prepare for earnings reports amid economic changes. Major Canadian banks are getting ready to release their fourth-quarter earnings reports as worries about mortgage defaults and recession start to fade. Analysts stress the need for these banks to demonstrate significant earnings growth to support their high valuations. The S&P/TSX Bank Index has jumped about 12% since the last quarter, with Scotiabank rising by 19% and CIBC increasing by 17%. However, TD Bank is facing serious challenges, including a $3 billion fine for anti-money laundering issues, which has caused a slight dip in its stock price. Currently, Canadian banks are trading at 12.1 times their earnings, and provisions for loan losses have reached around $4.4 billion, a 23% increase from last year. The Bank of Canada has cut its key interest rate to 3.75%, which is expected to lead to a 1.2% decrease in total mortgage payments next year. While there's cautious optimism for the Canadian economy, concerns about credit and defaults still remain. Investors and analysts will be keeping a close eye on the bank's performance and outlook to gauge their future growth potential.
Highlighting Feed Scarborough's impact on food insecurity. Today, we're focusing on Feed Scarborough, a food bank in Scarborough, Toronto, Canada. This organization is making a real difference in fighting food insecurity by following the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which aim to eliminate poverty and hunger while promoting responsible consumption. Since they started these initiatives about a year and a half ago, Feed Scarborough has seen a remarkable decrease in the number of clients facing hunger. A recent survey found that only 46% of clients would go to bed hungry if the food bank closed, a big drop from 91% just a year ago. This positive change is thanks to a variety of programs, including culinary training and Canada's first online food bank. These efforts not only provide food but also help community members improve their income and stability. The work of Feed Scarborough underscores the vital role of community support in addressing food insecurity, which impacts public health and economic stability. Learning about these efforts can inspire all of us to contribute, whether through donations or volunteering, to help build a stronger community.
Advocates call for free HIV prevention drugs in Ontario. On World AIDS Day, advocates in Ontario, Canada, are urging for free access to HIV prevention drugs. Recent statistics reveal a concerning rise in HIV cases, with 2,434 new diagnoses in 2023, which is a 35% increase from last year. This follows a 22% rise between 2021 and 2022. Dr. Kevin Woodward, the executive director of HQ Toronto, highlights the importance of raising public awareness and enhancing healthcare support. Access to effective HIV prevention medications, like PrEP, is essential for lowering transmission rates. This push for free drugs underscores the ongoing public health issue and the critical need for government funding in healthcare initiatives. By improving access, we can achieve better health outcomes and reduce healthcare costs over time.
Hamilton Outdoor Shelter Project Update. In a recent update on the Hamilton Outdoor Shelter Project, construction is set to resume after a temporary halt ordered by the Ministry of Labour last month. This shelter, located on the Barton Tiffany lands in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, will feature 40 tiny homes designed to provide temporary housing for around 80 people. The total cost of the project is about 7 million Canadian dollars, which is roughly $5.2 million US dollars. The city aims to open the shelter by December 20th of next year. The Ministry of Labour issued a stop work order following an inspection on November 19, 2024, due to issues with following the rules. However, the city has addressed all concerns and hired Rankin Construction Inc. to manage the project. This initiative is part of a larger effort to tackle the growing homelessness crisis in Hamilton, highlighting the importance of community involvement in addressing social issues.
Mississauga's push for provincial funding for LRT. Mississauga, a city in Ontario, Canada, is seeking provincial funding to cover the operating costs of the Ontario light rail transit system. Mayor Carolyn Parrish estimates that running the LRT will cost around 65 million Canadian dollars, which is about 48.5 million US dollars each year. This financial need could lead to a possible increase of about 3.6% in property taxes for local residents. This funding request follows similar agreements made by the Ontario government with Toronto and Ottawa for their transit projects. The provincial government is currently considering this request. If approved, better funding for the Ontario LRT could enhance public transit services in Mississauga, boost local economic growth, and raise property values. The outcome of this request may also impact future funding decisions for other municipalities in Ontario.
Trudeau and Trump discuss border security and trade relations. Recently, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau met with President-elect Donald Trump in Florida to talk about important issues like border security and trade relations. With about 75% of Canadian goods and services going to the United States, their economic relationship is vital. Trudeau emphasized the need to strengthen border security to tackle concerns about migrants and drug trafficking. This meeting comes after some previous tensions, including Trump's criticisms of Trudeau over vaccination mandates for truck drivers and a controversial G7 summit in 2018. The proposed tariffs could have a significant impact on Canadian industries, potentially raising costs and disrupting trade. It's crucial to understand the historical context of US-Canada relations as both countries work through these challenges together.
Ottawa's winter weather preparedness. In today's episode, we're discussing how Ottawa, the capital of Canada, is getting ready for the challenges of winter weather. With forecasts predicting below normal temperatures and heavy snowfall, the city is taking important steps to keep everyone safe. Environment and Climate Change Canada will issue extreme cold warnings when temperatures drop to -35 degrees Celsius. To protect public health during these tough conditions, Ottawa has rolled out a heat, cold, and air quality relief strategy. The city provides over 900 community shelter beds and 300 temporary overflow beds for those experiencing homelessness. During severe cold spells, they also offer 60 emergency overnight shelter beds and around-the-clock outreach services. Recent weather has already affected parts of Ontario, with nearly 1 meter of snow reported, leaving thousands without power. This proactive approach underscores the importance of community support and being prepared to face the challenges of extreme winter conditions.
Severe snowstorm hits Ontario Cottage country. On December 1, 2024, a severe snowstorm hit Ontario's Cottage country, especially affecting Gravenhurst, which saw an incredible 140 centimeters of snow. This led to road closures and power outages for over 30,000 homes. Highway 11, connecting Bracebridge and Orillia, became blocked due to whiteout conditions. A state of emergency was declared in Gravenhurst, with emergency personnel using snowmobiles to help stranded drivers. The storm was caused by warm weather meeting winter chills, resulting in intense snow squalls. Forecasts predict an additional 15 to 25 centimeters of snow near Lake Huron, while London, Ontario, could see up to 30 centimeters. It's crucial for local governments to manage emergencies effectively during such severe weather. Residents are encouraged to prepare for future storms and understand the importance of improving infrastructure by utility companies.
RJ Barrett shines in Raptors victory. Barrett delivered an incredible performance, scoring 37 points in the Toronto Raptors' exciting 119-116 win over the Miami Heat at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This marks Barrett's third straight game with over 30 points at home, showcasing his talent in front of enthusiastic fans. Despite the Raptors struggling this season with a record of 6 wins and 15 losses, Barrett's recent play brings hope for improvement. The team has secured almost all of its victories at home, highlighting how important fan support is for boosting player performance. Barrett averages about 30 points, nearly 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in home games, which is a stark contrast to his road performance where he averages 19 points, 6.5 assists, and 6 rebounds over 11 games. As the Raptors gear up for their upcoming homestand, they have a great opportunity to build momentum. Barrett's success not only lifts the team's spirit but also positively impacts ticket sales and fan engagement, which are crucial for the franchise's future. His performance really emphasizes the importance of home court advantage in professional basketball.
Canada Post's proposal to end strike amid holiday pressures. Canada Post has introduced a new plan to the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, which represents around 55,000 striking postal workers. This strike has been going on for over 2 weeks, causing significant disruptions to mail delivery during the busy holiday season in Richmond, British Columbia. The proposed plan aims to tackle important issues, including the possibility of expanding weekend parcel deliveries. The union is currently reviewing these proposals. Delays in postal services could impact holiday shopping and communication for many Canadians. This situation shows just how vital postal services are during peak times and highlights the potential economic effects of labor disputes. Negotiations will continue as both sides work towards a resolution.
Serious crash in Arva, Ontario. A serious crash occurred in Arva, Ontario, Canada, leaving 3 people injured, 2 of whom are in critical condition. The incident happened late Saturday night when the Ontario Provincial Police, known as the OPP, tried to stop a vehicle on Highway 4. The driver did not obey, leading to a collision with another vehicle. In response to the police involvement, the Special Investigations Unit, or SU, has started an investigation. This incident raises important questions about police accountability and public safety in Ontario, highlighting the need for community trust in law enforcement. That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's Headphone News. News summary brought to you by AI.